Dark Diva and your Whiskey Diva, and this is Whiskey Diva's series number 6. This afternoon we're going to do tasting and a little more in-depth on Bushmills 10-year-old single malt. Now, I don't know when you'll watch this, but this is Saturday before St. Patrick's Day. I've been cleaning and got my apartment's nice and clean for tomorrow, and I've got corned beef in the crock pot with some potatoes, and I'm going to put the cabbage in a little bit. So I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be a relaxing day for me tomorrow. I might have some friends drop by to do some whiskey sampling that we can pass along to you. We'll see what happens. Everybody's a bit busy. So anyway, wanted to get on with this. Couple of things about Bushmills. Now, Bushmills is located in the town of Bushmills, along the Bush River in the northern part of Ireland, and in fact in Northern Ireland itself. It is the oldest licensed distillery in Ireland and also the world. At least that's what they say, and I have no reason to argue with them. They got their original charter in 1608, and they've been in continuous operation since. The original distillery burnt down, but they have been rebuilt, obviously. One of the interesting things with Bushmills, in researching a bit, in the single malts especially, but all of the Bushmills are started with, they distill with malted barley. Back when the tax was put in and the rest of the distillers mixed unmalted with malted barley to cut down on the amount, because the tax was on the malted barley, so they put more unmalted in, which became sort of a hallmark of Irish whiskey. Bushmills didn't, so they stay all malted. They do use the single pot still, which is another hallmark classic of Irish whiskey, and so they triple distill it. Now, in Red Bush, regular Bushmills, and my personal favorite, Black Bush, they do blend some of the lighter whiskeys in with it, in addition to the malted that they have. It's blended after the fact. The single malts, this is the youngest of the single malts, the 10-year. It's also a little more affordable. That's what I was going for. It's in the $40. I want to say it was in the 40s, and I don't remember the exact price. And again, it will vary depending on where you buy it. So, but it's in that $40 price range, 40 to 50. Actually, what I remember now, $49.99 at Joe's, where Fine Wine and Spirits, where I shop a lot. I think it was a few dollars cheaper at Total Wine & More, but that's a little bit more of a drive for me when I added this. Depends on where you are, but that gives you sort of a target range, and that's where I was looking to stay for mid-range. A good whiskey, good Irish whiskey, mid-range. What they do with this, it's triple distilled, it's all malted barley. It's aged in a combination of bourbon-infused barrels, which are American oak barrels, charred American oak barrels. They're filled with bourbon, and then usually they try to take them after one filling. After the bourbon's been emptied, and they send the barrels to Ireland. With the Oloroso sherry, again, it's European oak as a rule, and but between the two, it gives it some differences in flavor, and when you combine them, it does makes it a very interesting whiskey. This one, now I've got, as you know, I like a large glass, and I like to put, again, it's probably about a finger of the Bushmills 10-year single malt in it. I put just a drop or two of water, and I do mean drops, and I put it over an ice cube. This does help release more of the aroma and the flavor notes, so you can sample it better. There are a couple that stand out, and they will tell you this if you go on and look them up under Bushmills and look up what they're talking about. Now, you'll get, as I say, everybody's sensitive to certain things. I, with my nose, sinus is bad, unfortunately. Sometimes it takes me longer to pick things out. But one of the things I have noticed a lot with the Irish whiskeys is you get a note of honey. Was one of the first things you noticed. There's a bit of vanilla, and then there's a bit of a chocolate Nothing wrong with that. I love chocolate. So you get those particular aroma notes. Now for me, they're all kind of come through at different times, but the chocolate may be a little predominant to me. Maybe that's just me going for chocolate. I don't know. Need a fix. So we'll try the tasting. Smooth, very smooth. And again, you get the chocolate becomes a little more pronounced is on the way back, about midway down, and then as you swallow and it gets to the back. But it's very smooth. It is. I did a short video for Instagram because I can't do the long ones on that. And it is a very easy drinking whiskey. Great for an afternoon with friends, doing something you enjoy, or just it's quite relaxing if you want to go sit. And if it were just a little bit warmer today, I would probably go sit outside and enjoy this. But right now, I think our wind chill is in the upper 30s. Not bad, but we had like up to 60 some yesterday. Oh, teasing us with an early spring. Anyway, but this is very good. It's something special to be savored. It's not all that expensive. I don't know that you'd want to invite a bunch of friends over and, serve this all afternoon. If you got the money, go for it, whatever. But it's good for a few close friends or to share with your significant other if they appreciate good Irish whiskey, and they better. The kind of person doesn't. Anyway, I wanted to just spend a little time with you and share my thoughts on that. Very good. I think the price is right on for what we've got. Again, it's different. I like it a lot, and I'm a big Bushmills fan. That's just something I've kind of latched onto. I will say that it probably isn't. It isn't quite in the same level as Redbreast. Okay. But that's more of a difference. It's like they went this way. It's not like here and here. It's like they went different directions. There is more. There are more distinctive flavor notes, and there's a little more of overall character in the Redbreast. This is extremely smooth. The character it has is. I mean, it does have character. Don't get me wrong. Which I enjoy, by the way. But it is. This is smoother, but it doesn't have as much of the flavor peaks that you might get in Redbreast, which I like both. I would highly recommend that you try this and the Redbreast if you haven't done either one. I would go try them both. Sometimes you have to search to find the whiskey that you really like the most at a different point in different times. Some are better if you're mixing drinks. Some are, depending on the drink, some are much better to sit and sip. It just depends, and you have to kind of find your own. But this hopefully will help you a little bit, and so enjoy it if you get a chance. Still got time to get out to the store, get your Irish whiskey for tomorrow if you haven't already. And in place of my usual cheers, I have been working on how to pronounce this, and so I hope I'm doing it right. Sláinte.